atmosphere. So through the activities like industries, vehicles, power plants, and deforestation activities, like billions of tons of carbon dioxide is being released into the atmosphere. So this significantly leading to the climate change. Like it is no longer is a future concern, and it's already we are experiencing through this floods, El Nino problems, heat waves, and all. So, according to the recent global emissions, like human activities releases around 40 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and half of the half of it is, remain in the atmosphere, and it's causing the global warming. So today I will be focusing on carbon sequestration and the estimation of biomass in forest ecosystems through non-destructive methods, that is sampling based. And carbon sequestration is the process of capturing atmospheric carbon dioxide into reservoirs and carbon sinks, and it is the only key method for removing the carbon from the earth atmosphere. So, as I said earlier, carbon sequestration CO2 is the most commonly produced greenhouse gas, and this increased atmospheric carbon dioxide leads to a greenhouse effects, trapping more heat and contributing to global warming, and it has detrimental effects such as increased droughts, reduced rainfalls, melting ice caps, and rising in sea levels, and increased flooding and agriculture decrease in agricultural productivity. And here you can see the pictorial representation of how the carbon dioxide is being released into the atmosphere and how it is being sequestered by the different kinds of carbon pools, where volcanic eruptions, industries, and which emits the carbon dioxide, which will be in the atmosphere, and plants and other organisms oceanic organisms like phytoplanktons, plants, and soil, which absorbs the atmospheric carbon dioxide. This is the flow of carbon dioxide sequestration process. And these are the three different types of carbon sequestration methods. One is biological carbon sequestration or terrestrial carbon sequestration, where it is being sequestered by the natural processes through plants, animals, soils, and oceans, primarily through photosynthesis, and acting as a vital carbon sinks to help regulate the climate change. And another thing is the technological carbon sequestration, where this process involves the capturing of CO2 with different technological and engineering methods. And the third one is geological carbon sequestration, where geological carbon sequestration, the process involves the carbon capture and storage methodologies, where it will capture inside the earth layers, where it will be stored. And these are the major sources of carbon emissions. Like majorly they are categorized as 7, like power generation, transportation, and industrial processes, buildings, and agricultural livestock, and land use changes like deforestation or not, and wastewater treatment, wastewater processes also emits the carbon. And these are the global and Indian context of carbon emissions facts. Like where power generation is the highest contributor to carbon emission sector, where in India it contributes around 72 to 70% from electricity generation. Transportation accounts to 23% globally and 13 to 14% in India, whereas industrial processes contribute 22 to 25% globally, and where in India 23 to 25% emits from these industrial processes, whereas buildings and residential globally 37% is being released, and in India 32 to 35%, where agriculture and livestock process globally 29.7%, in India 13 to 14%, it accounts to 13 to 14%. Waste and wastewater contributes to globally 18 to 20%. In India, 26 metric tons of CO2 and 75% from wastewater is being released. And land use change like carbon forest deforestation plays a major role in carbon emissions. Like globally, it accounts to 4.1 to 4.2 gigatons carbon dioxide being released globally. And carbon sequestration is one of the most effective nature-based solutions mitigating climate change by protecting the existing forest and restoring degraded ecosystems and expanding tree cover around urban and natural landscapes for mitigating climate change. Like the world's oceans absorbs approximately 25 to 30% of anthropogenic CO2 emissions, whereas natural ecosystems like forest, agroforestry, wetlands, grasslands, and soils, etc., absorb around 30% of carbon dioxide emissions annually. So these two together contributes around 55 to 60% annual anthropogenic carbon dioxide emissions. And as per these figures are projected here as per the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change sixth assessment report. And India has contributed for its nationally determined contributions, and which is being submitted to NFCC, where it has committed to reduction in emissions index in 2035 by 47%, and 60% non-fossil fuel installed capacity by 2035, and additional carbon sink of 3.5 to 4 billion tons carbon dioxide equivalent. And under the Visit Bharat at 2047 to achieve net zero by 2070. These are the nationally determined contributions by India. And here you can see globally. Forest carbon stock. According to the FAO Global Forest Resource Assessment, the world forest store 662.08 gigatons of carbon across all major carbon pools, and whereas soil organic carbon accounts to 299.50 gigatons, which is the highest, which contributes to 45.2%, whereas living biomass accounts to 294.54 gigatons, and deadwood and litter contributes 8% gigatons, and the tropical forest can contain nearly 45 to 50% of global forest carbon stock. And as per the Global Forest Resource Assessment Report 2025, where India has achieved 150 metric tons of carbon is being sequestered by the Indian forest, and it stands third place in India global ranking in the net annual forest area increase, and there is an increase of 344.5 metric tons of carbon stock between 2013 to 2023. And India ranked the ninth in total forest area, and ranked fifth among global forest carbon sinks after Russia, China, United Nations, Brazil, and India stands at fifth place in carbon sinks. Why the carbon estimation is important? Like quantifying the carbon stored in the forest plantations, quantification is very much important, and measures the CO2 removal from the atmosphere to measure the how much carbon dioxide is being sequestered by the plants from the atmosphere is very much important, and it also provides the data to track the carbon sequestration over time. Periodical assessment can be done, and and it supports national greenhouse gas inventory and nationally determined contributions, and forms the scientific basis for carbon credits, which is ongoing and currently a booming subject in carbon credit market, and also supports the carbon trading system by the Indian government, and demonstrate environmental benefits for the green credit program, which is also one of the Indian government of India initiative, and it enables the measurement, reporting, and verification required for the carbon market participation, and also promotes sustainable forest management and ecosystem restoration. And accurate estimate of forest biomass and carbon stock is essential for carbon accounting, as I said earlier, carbon credits program, and climate policy and carbon markets and sustainable forest management practices. And carbon credit is a tradable certificate representing the reduction, removal, or avoidance of 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent. It can be traded as 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent, which is sequestered or removed like that, and projects that either reduce emissions or enhance the carbon sequestration processes through afforestation and forest management related activities. And companies and industries here you can see the picture here, like where foresters implement pest management practices, that directly sequester the carbon dioxide present in atmosphere. Through that, they can generate the carbon offset credits that can be sent to the industries and companies who are trying to offset their carbon credits, so that they can buy from the growers. Like that is how this carbon credit program happens. And carbon credits are generally traded in compliance carbon market, which is also called CCMs, and regulated under national and international climate policies. And also they can sell these carbon credit in voluntary carbon markets, where organizations voluntarily purchase or buy their credits to offset their greenhouse emissions. And globally now there are three verified carbon credit market is there, and that is Veda's verified carbon standard, and another one is gold standard, and clean development mechanism. These three are the globally identified mechanisms for this carbon credit generation. And here you can see the pictorial representation where growers will develop their carbon sequestration potential for projects like afforestation and afforestation activities, where companies will validate and quantify where our technical support will be required, where quantifying this carbon will be very essential for this quantification and reporting, where based upon verified performance will be done by the validation and verification bodies, which is called as VVBs. They will be doing assessments and verifying. They will certify this. Then offset project registries, so that your verified project can be registered and approved and issue credits, which can be sold to the voluntary buyers. And this is also the systemic flow of how any project can get carbon credits, like where inventory studies has to be taken up initially, and for plantation, park, like forestation sites, and verify its land details and all, and later baseline carbon stock assessment studies can be done, and using remote sensing and permanent sampling method and GPS tree-based sensors. And later to develop GIS tree plan data for continuing monitoring and support. And later you have to prepare project design, detailed project design. Then stakeholder consultation meetings will be happen. Then validation, and where VVBs will come into here, and they will do validation and this review, site visit, assessment, and if there are any corrections or modifications, they can be done. Later you will go for the carbon credit registration process, and thereafter certification by internationally identified organizations. And for the evaluation of carbon management, if you see like particulate CO2 concentrations were relatively stable during that is pre-industrial revolution during 1950s. So after industrial revolution, during 1815 to 1980, the massive increase in global carbon emissions has been raised, and that leads to the atmosphere concentration, higher carbon dioxide atmosphere concentrations. So in 1818, to monitor this carbon management, intergovernmental panel on climate change has been established, and they have been regulating this carbon reporting and stocks actions across the nations. And currently, we are at the advanced level of carbon monitoring, where we are using this remote sensing and GS data to quantify real-time changes in terrestrial carbon sinks. And so it's our the today's presentation topic, assessment or estimation of biomass in terrestrial ecosystems through biological sequestration process by the plants to save forests. And IPCC has identified five main carbon pools. Like primarily, these carbon pools broadly include forest, wetlands, and agricultural fields and soils. IPCC categorized them as AFOAU, agriculture, forest, and other land use activities. Uh, as per the IPCC, these are the five major carbon pools. One is above ground biomass and below ground biomass, deadwood, litter, and soil organic carbon. So here you can see the above ground biomass and below ground biomass as together grouped as living biomass, which include the above ground biomass, including stems, stumps, branches, bark, seeds, and foliage, etc., which lies above the ground. And below ground biomass is comprised of roots less than 2 mm diameter are often excluded because these often cannot be distinguished empirically from soil, organic matter, or litter. So, dead organic matter, which includes non-living woody biomass, and litter includes all non-living with diameter less than a minimum diameter chosen by the country, is country specific. For FSA Forest Survey of India, below 5 centimeters comes under litter biomass, litter dead organic matter. Soil include organic carbon in mineral and organic soils, and this is how they have been grouped together. This is a pictorial representation of five different carbon pools. And basically, biomass estimation will happen in different methods like machine learning methods, destructive sampling method, and non-destructive methods, and remote sensing. Where destructive method will involve the cutting of the trees, and it will be used for as a gold standard for the accuracy. So, but however, it requires the felling of trees. So, it will not be globally preferable as it involves the cutting of trees. So, non-destructive method using DBH and height with site-specific allometric equations, where it is widely being used for non-destructive model. And we can also estimate the biomass using laser scanning to map 3D structures and agility over vast regions. So biomass estimations used for various carbon pools. To estimate the above ground biomass, there are different kinds of measurement techniques, which is a harvest method, which involves the direct physical weighing, and it involves the destructive process, and remote sensing, where the satellite and aerial data mapping will be done to estimate the above ground biomass. And modeling can be done based on computer-based simulations, and plot inventory methods will also follow to estimate the above ground biomass. To estimate the below ground biomass, root extraction, where physical weighing of root system will involve, and root to shoot ratio, estimation based on the plant size, root to shoot ratio will be taken in consideration, and biomass equations, where to estimate allometric equations will be used using DBH of the plant. Litter and deadwood biomass estimation, collection of all fallen organic debris will be taken, quantifying dead organic material, where stock measurement can be done. To estimate soil carbon, lab estimations, lab analysis will be done using chemical analysis of soil samples and reflectance spectroscopy, where non-destructive optical analysis will be used. Modeling predictive computational simulations can also estimate the soil organic carbon. So these are the carbon content estimation thumb rules set by the IPCC, where 50% of carbon in biomass. Like this is the standard conversion factor used globally to estimate carbon from the dry wet as you once you get the biomass volume from that you assume that 50% in the biomass is carbon. So this is the standard thumb rule set by the IPCC. Whereas in mangroves, soil storage it accounts to 71%, and GHG reduction potential from air, etc. to 30% emission target that is there. So if you see the below table where carbon fraction, so to convert the biomass into carbon, we'll multiply with 0.47 to 0.5 as it contains half of the biomass is carbon. So it is a conversion factor. It will be used standard as 0.47 to 0.5. And root-to-shoot ratio to estimate the below ground biomass from the above ground biomass. 0.20 to 0.30 will be taken into consideration to estimate the below ground biomass. And 3.67 is the standard CO2 equivalent to convert the carbon to carbon dioxide by multiplying 3.67 is the conversion factor. And the methodology to be followed for this sample plot method for non-destructive method, where you have to lay the 1.1 hectare plot in the study area, where you will be collecting the plant data and its diameter at best height, that is approximately 1.3 meters height. Like we will be collecting one ultimate branch having 5 centimeters of GPH to estimate the biomass expansion factors. So from this sample plot, we will be collecting the data and tree height will be measured, and from this estimation of biomass, basal area, and from basal area to volume to biomass to carbon will be calculated. And for this methodology, you have to have some field equipment like GPS, measuring tape, clinometer for height measurement, and field data sheets and camera, etc. And to estimate the above ground biomass for species which are having less than 10 centimeter DPH, like calculating these above ground biomass will be calculated using allometric equations developed by Forest Survey of India. And for below ground, for above ground biomass species which are having more than 10 centimeter DPH, from the sample plot have to collect all data related to GPH, height, and species identification. From this data, using allometric equations, we can calculate the carbon. We can calculate the biomass, then carbon. So this is the estimation of biomass of shredded head and fiber and bare organic matter, where 5 into 5 meter plots and 1 into 1 meter plots will be laid within the and also 3 into 3 meter plots within the main sample plot, where we will be collecting all the branches, shreds, and their weight will be weighed and recorded. So after drying it, their dry weight will also be measured, and using this conversion factor, we will calculate the biomass of these shred, husk, canvas, and the good organic matter. So for shrubs and regeneration, harvest all shrub individuals within the quadrant of 5 to 5 meter and measure the total fresh biomass. And after drying it, you have to take their dry biomass. So from that you can get the exact biomass of shrubs and regeneration. Whereas for herbs and grasses, one in all the fresh heads in the head plot 1 into 1 will be harvested, and their fresh weight will be taken. And the organic matter in soil and forest floor data for soil samples will be taking 30 into 30 into 30 centimeters thick, where we will be collecting around 20 grams of soil that can be sent to the laboratory analysis, where we will be finding its NPK values along with the carbon content. So basal area the cross-sectional area of 300 breast height, which is pi square, where we will be connecting using this basal area to through TBH, the diameter of breast height of plant, or we can use the below formula directly. It will convert GBH to DBH. And the estimation of volume is typically calculated using the basal area and the height of the length, and where it can value basal area into height, where it will be getting the volume of tree. And FSL has developed species-specific volumetric equations for different phytosociological regions and state-specific regions. For example, Western Himalayas, Northern, Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, etc. Approximately, they have developed around volumetric equations around 1,000 species. Volumetric equations are developed, and so to select these volumetric equations, so there is a particular criteria when you have a species-specific volumetric equation, so you can apply that formula to your species. If the species-specific volumetric equation is not available, then you can select the species-specific volumetric equation of neighboring area. Like for example, if you are looking for in Telangana state, if you don't have any species-specific volumetric equations in Telangana, you can go for the surrounding state species-specific volumetric equations. Even if it is not present, then you can go for the species-specific volumetric equations of the same genus. If for the particular species, if we do not have any volumetric equations, we can go for the same genus. So even if it is not present, then there is one common equation it can be followed for the entire study. So here I have shown some examples for the species-specific volumetric equations developed by the Forest Survey of India, where I am showing the Western Himalayas phytosociological region, where you can see that Avis densa has one equation, where Avis smithiana has one equation. Like that, they have developed around 1,000 species equations. So, for example, here you can see for Eastern Ghats, and for state-wise also they have developed it. You can see Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. So this all data is available online and also in Forest Survey of India website also. You can get it from the literature also. And specific gravity is a measurement that compares the density of particular species. Like for species, gravity values are available for around 75 to 80 species, and specific gravity is used to estimate the biomass of species by multiplying by the value. Once you have the volume of T, then you will have species specific gravity, so that you can estimate the biomass. So here it comes the formula for estimation of biomass, where volume will be multiplied by the specific gravity, so you will get the above ground biomass. So once you get the above ground biomass, using that conversion factor, you can estimate the below ground biomass to root to shoot ratio, which is again 0.2% from the above ground biomass. So as we said earlier, above ground biomass will include all these, including stem, bar, branches, roots, etc. And you can divide your data into different GBH groups, like below 10 to 30 centimeters, 30 to above 30, above 90. Like you can group, this is called gut class distribution. You can differentiate your data into different gut classes, then you can follow the calculations. And for the estimation of above ground biomass, here I have shown some example. Like here you can see the above ground biomass formula, where expansion factor 2.2014 in DBH minus 1.0615. These 0.2014 and 1.0615 are constant in this formula. Once you have that DBH value, that is simply you can and you can interpret in this formula, you get above biomass. So as I said, below ground biomass, just applying the 2 to shift ratio where you will be applying the 0.26 into above ground biomass so that you will get that below ground biomass. And estimation of carbon, here estimation of carbon involves the multiplication of biomass by the conversion factor that is set by the IPCC, which is 0.47 or 0.5. So here we can use 0.47. So once you get the absorbed biomass, total biomass, which is ABC and BGP, can be multiplied by 0.47 so that you can get that total carbon. So here we have done some pilot study for one project area. Here I have shown that how to calculate this biomass from using the GPH. Thank you.
Sarib ji,
Sir, Nagaraju sir. Nagaraju
hello.
sir.
Sir. Is it over?
Yes, sir, it is done.
Yeah. Okay, very good, very nice. Yeah, you explain how to calculate biomass, carbon credit,
Yes,
and carbon sequestration by studying the even plant width, height, and leaf, twig
yes,
area, and on the soil, and even water. How we can, how much amount of the carbon and carbon credits,
yeah,
global wise carbon credits, how it is, where we are. That also very nicely explained. Yeah, thank you for elaborating, educating all our government degree college faculty. I think they all are known some highest amount of the knowledge how to do the carbon sequestration, carbon credit, carbon biomass estimation. With this, I think all the degree college faculty will do the carbon sequestration.
it can be done for your individual organization, sir, like
Yes. Each organization, each college need their carbon sequestration, carbon credits.
yes, sir.
I think with this, all the government degree faculty,
We
those
can
are
accept the
attended.
technical support for this study, sir. If you want to do any
Uh,
conversation for your
yeah,
application, we
sure.
will be
Thank
able
you.
to assist you.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. If any technical support, our EPTRA team very much eager to help us so that all our government degree college will be having the carbon credit, carbon sequestration, carbon credit, carbon audit, especially carbon audit certificate also we can get. With this, all our government degree college faculty could learn this opportunity and to know the things how to do and what way we have to, what are the criterias, especially green initiative in the mission life, following the mission life and green audit also we compulsory to all our colleges, not only government college and all private colleges also doing the green audit. All the institutions, even schools also now doing the green audit. And carbon sequestration is very important. Carbon credit, carbon level, decreasing of the carbon level, need to decrease the global warming temperature on the earth. If we release the more carbon dioxide, we all know, we all are very educated. What happened? What is happening in present? El Nino effects going on. If this year no rain, we may not get any food also for the next year. is going to be big famine if we do neglect the carbon sequestration, carbon credits, carbon biomass increasing of that. Very nicely explained, sir. Sharif, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your broad and wide, elaborative talk on the carbon
Thank
sequestration.
you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity to interact with the different professionals, like where we
Yeah,
will be having an opportunity to interact with them. Thank you, sir, for organizing this workshop. And we thank Government City College, Department of Botany, and Joint Directors of CCE, like for making this
Rajendra Singh, sir, and Balabhaskar, sir. Yes. Any faculty have any doubt? At least okay, 5 to 6 faculty, please give the feedback. Voice 1 minute. How this program that we needed, as we are struggle to organize this program, at least a few talks from you. We needed few talks from you. How it is, whether it is optimal or it need to improve. Have you gained any knowledge or not? You need more extra knowledge, or whether it is sufficient. Are you gain any knowledge to implement further? Are you are motivated? Are you are initiated to do the green initiatives in the college or not? Please, please at least 5 to 6 people, faculty, all are faculty member. Those all they don't have any shy to speak. Always we speak out before the students and before all the conference workshops, seminars. Please, please don't shy. Please respond.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Please carry on, ma'am.
Uh, Sir, as I said, myself, Dr. Sapna. I'm from Mysore, sir, Karnataka.
Oh, oh,
Had
thank
been
you.
in one of your workshops. I'm continuing with whatever you send the link.
Yeah,
I'm
ma'am.
most your opportunities given and the present need of the hour. You are making a workshop, sir. That is needed for everybody. As I said earlier, not only for the NAC, it is for and one thing, as you said, for future workshop, completely regarding carbon sequestration, sir. If
Yeah,
anything
sure,
to be
sure.
done like workshop, the machines
Definitely.
used, and these PPTs, we can go through it, but it becomes
Yeah,
very little informative.
yeah,
If suppose we are able
sure,
to do the carbon sequestration about ourselves, then in
um,
our campus we can do it and we can guide others, sir.
sure, sure,
And
ma'am.
thank you so much for organizing wonderful workshops, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Then, any other, please? Any other faculty, please? Krishnaveni, ma'am. Shivali, ma'am. Bhagirath ji, respond at least. Whether you satisfied or not, just one voice. We struggle a lot. We tried and postponed it. We struggle a lot for this organizing this program. Just your voice we needed
Sir,
to encourage, to motivate, to do the further programs.
good afternoon, sir. Krishnaveni,
Hello.
Dimiti Illandu, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, good
yeah,
afternoon,
ma'am, please.
Sir, I would
all members, all
Sir, I would like
participants
to
in
say
the
that
work.
the session was very informative, and we got an insight to do how to do the basal area and the green audit also. So we will try to practice the same thing in our department also. Thank you for guiding us.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Next, ma'am,
Uh,
Krishnaveni, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all participants and Nagaraju, sir. Thank you very much. These sessions are very inspiring, sir, and motivational also. We thank EPTRI and City College, especially Nagaraju, sir, for conducting these sessions. But I think, sir, all as science faculty members who are participating here, we all know all these things and we are practicing, we are motivating our students even. But these sessions are important for all other faculty members also. As botany, as zoology, physics, chemistry, we know all these things. These must be, and this knowledge must be inculcated for our fellow faculty members also, sir. Because as green audit members, coordinators, we are doing much stress and strain we are taking. But whereas we can, while uploading all these things, while recording, they don't have, I think it's not any complaint, as other faculty members are not taking care of energy, especially energy consumption regarding. So these must be conducted for all faculty members or college. I think it's better to report our green audit properly. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sure, ma'am. Actually, we wish to organize it offline to all the Green Committee members, but because of some lakna and some expenditure amount, we could not meet the expenditure amount. That's why we shifted to online, and especially Google Meet only. It limits up to only 100. That's why we shifted to only Google Meet. Only few faculty members, botany faculty, first to at least to have an elaborate idea. Then definitely we will organize in the September. It might be we organize offline to all the green audit members by supporting from the CCE. Already, actually, JD sir said, you please do level best to educate all the faculty, government degree faculty, to learn, to know the perfection of the green audit. That's why, actually, of the two JD sirs, Balabhaskar sir and Rajendra Singh sir, initially said we participate, we instruct all the faculty, government faculty, but today very important work is there in the CCE, confidential work. That's why they couldn't participate here. Definitely in the September, we are planning to organize it in offline to all the Green Committee members of the government degree colleges. Sure, ma'am. With your support only, we could able to do.
Sir,
Without your support, we can't do anything, ma'am. Please, we all need all your support of all the faculty,
no,
so that
that's
we can
what
do
I am
more.
requesting, because not only for green audit members, for all the faculty members, I requesting.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, not only the faculty, all the society people, all the people
Yeah,
should
that's
know
required, sir.
what happening in our nature, what happening in the world wise, what it cause. At least should know the what it cause, how we can measure, how we can control.
Yes, sir.
That's
Thank you.
needed. Lot of need is there, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion, ma'am. Definitely we will try, ma'am, in the offline session.
Nagaraju sir, one small request.
Ma'am.
So our mission life pledge has been presented here. So I request all the participants to take the mission life pledge online. So I request all you read it out for yourself and commit for the protection of the environment.
Sure. All feedback link I kept. Please fill the feedback link.
Shall I read it out, sir?
No. Our vice principals are there. They give their valuable conclusion mark. Before that, any faculty, please. Any faculty, any participants, any faculty more. Bhagirath sir, Devendra sir. Any faculty, please? Vijay Bhaskar Reddy, sir. Few voices we need from you. Sir, anybody please? Nobody? Okay. Then, sir, our vice principal, sir, Rajendra Kumar, sir, please. Sir, Rajendra Kumar, sir, Shanti ma'am, sir, please. Hello, sir, sir, please. Rajendra Kumar, sir, sir,
Yeah, what you are observing in the lab? What is it? Chemistry lab only, Nada. Very good. Distillation unit. Remember, next time, whenever you come to the lab, immediately
Nagaraju, sir.
Dr. Nagaraj Garu, please unmute your mic.
Sorry, my voice is not audible. I'll speak loud. Sorry for the inconveniences. Oh, I express my whole gratitude to all the faculty members and all, especially to EPTRI, ECAP, EPTRI, Dr. Sunila ma'am, coordinator of this ECAP, EPTRI ma'am, for the support, overall support and time taken to organize this program, though we wish to organize it in offline to all the green audit members and all the faculty of degree colleges. Because of some constraints, because of some logistics and some financial problems, we could not able to do it in the short span of the time, but we definitely do uh, approximately in the September offline with the support of our Commissioner of College Education and TSA Higher Education, and with all technical support, encouragement from the our beloved EPTRI team. With this Environmental Protection Training Research Institute, we all our degree college will be the carbon credit and carbon awareness, mitigate the climate change, to escape from the global warming. How, on what way, how much we can do, that we will do with the help and support from the EPTRI, from all our Commission of College Education. And all our TSA, and with the support of all educate more and more faculty members. Though we all know very well, we all done the green audit, but this is a small step to make again aware, to make awake again, to make like that, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Awaken. You all know all the faculty toward the green initiative. Though you have a lot of enthusiasm inside, small motivation is needed to do the more work efficiently, perfectly, on time. That I felt happy that I could able to do, that I could able to make inculcate this habit in the government degree college faculty. And all our participant faculty members and all our government city college faculty members, my principal, Professor T. Sri Lakshmi ma'am, and Vice Principals, Professor Rajendra Kumar sir, and Professor Shanti ma'am, and IQAC Coordinator, Professor J. Neeraja ma'am, and all the head departments of the City College and all the faculty members of City College for support, encouragement to do this activity more and more effectively and to reach towards all the degree college faculty. Actually, today our two JD sirs, Balavaskar sir and Rajan Singh sir, have to participate. They are given assurance, but today some confidential work in the chemistry education. That's why they couldn't. But in offline, they definitely participate and they give their suggestion, opinion, and their roadmap toward our city colleges, especially on our green initiatives. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the EPTRI team. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you to all the supporters behind this program. Thank you. Thank you all. Any Rajendra Kumar sir, Shanti madam is there, please. Rajendra Kumar sir, Shanti madam, please ma'am. Are you there, please? Ma'am, Sunila ma'am, final conclusion ma'am, just a few minutes. Ma'am, from your side. Ma'am, you have given lot of support to us. Madam, please. Sharif ji.
Sir, you can propose a vote of thanks, sir, from Government City College. As Madam already given the opening remarks, so you can give the proposed vote of thanks.
Okay, na? Okay, thank you all. You all please fill the feedback form. That is share in the chat only. Again, don't ask again and again where the feedback, where our certificate. I already informed earlier. You all should be till the ending of the workshop. You have to fill the feedback in the from the chat form only. Then you will get the certificate. Few of the people just join and go away. Please utilize the opportunity and you all will get the certificate. That is no problem. My opinion, my thing is you have to learn something new. You have to motivate with this workshop. You have to do at least small initiation from this workshop. That's what we needed. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much for your patience and spending of the time. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. With this, I am concluding.